The first semifinal as the 4 seed Hofstra knocked off the top seed Delaware. Just about anything can happen in this tournament. And we are underway between Drexel and UMass as Zach Hockman battles with Jimmeh Koita at the Faceoff X. One of their best guys. They've needed more from him. Coach Greg Cannella of UMass said it to us a couple of weeks ago as we were preparing for a game. He said, we need our best players to play their best lacrosse here down the stretch. Jeff Trainer is one of their best guys. They've needed more from him.
You can't just close in on that as an adjacent defender because UMass has shooters all over the midfield. So if you collapse too much...
And so there was a 4 versus 1 upset 2 years ago. The last tournament we already had an upset.
You're not winning faceoffs, and you're starting the game off 4-0.
And what does that do for Koita as a faceoff man, knowing that if you go early, you're putting your team in a man-down situation?
Yeah, it does make you you're a little hesitant. And what that means is you might not be as quick to go on the whistle, but you're going to have to depend on your counters, which is easier than it's ever been now.
Throughout the year, averaging right around 10 goals per game. That puts them in a position to win. The question has been, can they score more than 10 in order to give their chance to win for Drexel? 2 goals, 6 assists when they played in Philadelphia. A big hit of Koita. Play on. There's the flag as Brent McVicker has it taken away, and we will get Drexel's first man up today.
There's not a lot of times where a guy's going to dodge while Matt Note's staring at him, and he's going to be able to pull something out that's going to surprise him and get the ball by. Usually comes off of a pass or a crease.
Face-off win for Koita. 20th goal of the year, by the way, for Dylan Arant, a All-CAA rookie team member.
And I think that's where they can really thrive.
The face-off X was an edge to UMass, 6-4 in the first half, but it's Jimmeh Koita who wins the opening face-off of the second. The midfielder was stuck on the attackman as they got Koita. Oh, they got Hockman going early.
So this is something, but it's due to a lot of pressure from Drexel.
Notes up to 11 saves now, by the way, as there's got to be a hold in there somewhere. Oh, we're going the other way. I thought there might have been somebody holding Koita's this year. He has had a really good season. The transfer from Syracuse did not play for the Orange last year before then joining the Dragons here this year. Koita trying to get that ground ball and scoop forward. Still loose. This is a CAA ground ball. By the way, Tobin comes up with it again. Knocking off Delaware 10-9 in the first game today.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the recipe for this Drexel team. Jimmeh Koita winning faceoffs. Their defense, we knew they were playing well at the beginning of the game. Now they're just, the ball's bouncing their way on that end of the field. And then, so Jimmeh Koita.
It was a 5-0 game in the first half. Drexel has now scored 7 of the last 8 goals.
I just saw both faceoff guys false start before that whistle.
Ends up in a transition. 3 goals and 2 assists so far for 5 points as Drexel on a 5-0 run has their first lead of the game, and Jimmeh Koita wins the opening face-off of this 4th quarter. Ryan Genord with the assist of the year as he threw that thing from the ground all the way back to the crease where Aiden Cole was the only guy hanging out. Drexel. Violation on Hockman again.
One guy, the glue guy, that can do a little bit of everything.
Koita wins the clamp and gets the ground ball. The Drexel offense, it felt like they needed a couple to go, and as soon as a couple of them have gone, it has just been a waterfall of goals. Another call, 3rd assist. Back to a 4-goal game as Koita went early. Senior out of New Jersey.
His feet.
Koita wins the clamp again. Chance for a ground ball. But Drexel comes up with it. Brennan. Yeah, I tell you what, you mentioned this Drexel team. It was interesting. I asked him earlier in the year, asked Reed Ballerin, what's different about this team?